people have to know, like, and trust you. No one ever in the history of anything is going to know, like, and trust a salesman spitting off like he's reading from a fucking teleprompter.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Return on Investment MF channel. It's your host, Zack ROI Williams, and this is the information your haters don't want you to hear about. Becoming the most badass version of yourself in business.
What's going on, guys? It's Zack ROI Williams back with another badass episode of Return on Investment MF channel. So today we're going to be talking about selling yourself. 10 for 10. This is going to get popped for like some sort of prostitution, like inciting and all that shit. It's not what I mean, obviously. What do I mean by sell yourself? I've got mixed feelings, right? I've got an extensive, history in sales and marketing. I love sales. You can't have sales without marketing. You can't have marketing without sales. We are cohesive, even though unfortunately in a lot of industries and a lot of companies and those two departments be button heads constantly. I am kind of that facilitator to tell everyone to shut the fuck up and work together, that we all have the same goal, right? Like, marketing cannot do their job better without responses and some sort of interaction with the sales department and helping them with the message and the branding and all that. And sales, they eat off commission, so the better the marketing is, then the more opportunities they have to close. Anyways, that was a fucking rant, but regardless, my point is I love this industry. I love sales. I love marketing. I love objection overcoming. I like all of it. But with that being said, I see so much, and this worked for years, don't get me wrong, but I see so many people focusing on like actual sales by the term of like specific closes, right? And people get so caught up in these specific closes and all this, and I don't care, option closing and pressure closing and whatever it is. I could go on and on. They're so focused on reading the shit like it's from a fucking script, like they just memorized it word for word. They sound like fucking robots, and they completely remove all the emotion out of the situation. Look, dude, sales is like sex, guys. Maybe we are going to be talking about selling yourself. Fuck it. Sales is like sex, dude. You gotta have some foreplay in there. You got to warm that shit up. And look, the way I be operating, you know what I'm saying? You got to give some first. It makes the end a little easier if you pick up what I'm putting down. Sales is the same way. You got to lead with some sort of value. You got to give something to them to be able to receive and make it easier on the back end to come in and close the deal. But my point is everyone gets so focused on coming in, and tangents here, but this is another thing. I know when I get passionate about something, I kind of chase some tangents. But to put this in an analogy, I'm nothing I'm proud of, but I used to street fight, and I was big and bad in it. And there was no one, I don't care what your size was, this, that, whatever, that I would back down from. But one of my strategies is I would get someone pissed off, because the madder they got, the more it threw them off their game. They were not fully focused on being strategic and methodical with their moves and their actions and where their feet went and how their body moved and where their weight was located. Like, that was an easy opportunity to move in and take advantage. Sales, when you come at sales with this whole principle and mindset of I've got to close the deal, you got these dumbass managers that are pressuring you into having certain close rates and this and that. Listen, your close rate is extremely important, but there's a right and wrong way of managing, people in those roles to make sure that they are the most successful. So relating it back to that analogy, when you come in with the mindset like, I got to get the close, you are thinking about it completely wrong. It's the same as that mad fighter. you're thrown off your game. You're not thinking right. You're not thinking about where your feet's placed. You're not thinking about where your weight is. You're not thinking about the words you're saying. You're not thinking about the end game. You're not thinking about the long play. You're just worried about, I got to take my manager a close back. I got to take, my CFO a close back. I got to, you're so worried about, I got to close it right here, that you move in to a robot and start spitting off these dumbass fucking closes that you read in some fucking book or watched in some webinar or took a course or went to a conference or whatever and learned that's like, okay, well, would Thursday or Friday work better for you? And are you actually going to be able to make the decisions here, or do I need to get your balls out of your wife's purse, right? Like we all know these different closes. And I'm not saying that they do not work, but they have to work tactfully. The first thing you have to do is sell yourself. Now, the beautiful thing about this is you are probably not an expert on anything in this world like you are an expert on yourself. Wherever you go, there is more than likely someone that does what you do better. Now, I'm not saying that to discourage you. I use that in my own life as encouragement. There is for sure someone out there that is better at sales and marketing than I am. I get that. I'm cool with that. But no one is a better expert at Zack motherfucking Williams like I am. Just like no one is an expert on you like you are. So you need to play with your best hand first. When you come out, you need to focus on selling yourself. And the reason that I say this, again, you are the expert, the number one expert on yourself. We all know when we come from sales that the more confident you are in the product or service that you're selling, the easier it is to sell. So with you being the number one salesman on yourself, you can speak confidently. You can speak clearly. You can think about where your feet are. You can think about where you're holding your hands. You can think about where you're holding your weight. You've got your mind right. You've got the goal in mind. However, you are focused on this task alone, and you can speak with authority because you are the expert on it. Now, you are starting to make yourself look more like a person than you are that robot spitting off all these fucking closes. So, go in and lead with being real, being honest, being transparent, being vulnerable, learning who these people are, getting to know them like a friend. The sale will come. This is buzzwords in this market, but people have to know, like, and trust you. No one ever in the history of anything is going to know, like, and trust a salesman spitting off like he's reading from a fucking teleprompter. You go survey, you put a bunch of different industries out there and who's like the scammiest or who's the least trustworthy. 1,000,000% salesperson is number one on the list. People are already trained to not trust you. You're already walking, you want to talk about objection handling? You're already walking into an objection because you're a motherfucking salesperson. So how do you get over that objection? Stop being a goddamn salesperson and be a real motherfucker. Guys, come on. It's way easier than you're making it out to be. You are the expert on yourself. Go in there, tee yourself up by pulling down these defenses where they think as soon as they sit down with you, it's just bam, 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 bam. They're going to get blasted in the motherfucking face by sales, copy, sales, objection handling, all this fucking bullshit that doesn't matter. Remove that wall, begin to know who the fuck they are. What's up, man? How's everything going? What have you been doing this week? What are you working on? What matters to you? How's your relationship with your wife? What kind of dog do you have? What do you drive? I love fucking cars. Who are you? Would you like to know a little bit more about who I am? Look, now I can speak as an expert on something because I am the expert on myself. I get to tell these people who Zack Williams really is. He loves his wife. He loves his daughter. He loves cars. He wears all black. He loves Jordans. He loves being a marketing fucking nerd. He loves helping people. He loves his pets. He loves being around people. He loves his friends. He loves helping someone, anyone, whoever it is, a stranger, a friend, a family member. These people get to know the real me. So when they do business with me, they're doing business with a real person. They're not doing business with a salesperson. And do not fucking come at me like, well, shit, that's like number one on sales. Like, you are a salesman. You're right. You're right. I do fucking close deals. But that's the difference. I'm not a salesman. I'm a motherfucking closer. And I do this shit with goodness in my heart, peace of fucking mind. I sleep well every night because I know that the shit that I sell, I got my own motherfucking money in it. I got my name on the line, and it's going to help these motherfuckers achieve their goals. Do you believe in what you're selling? Do you believe in what you're backing? Do you got your shit on the line? When this shit fails, who's going to clean up the mess? I shouldn't say when. If it fails, who's going to clean it up? These are real people we're dealing with, guys. Some of you have been so ingrained on how to quote-unquote sell and fucking role play and this and that you see your own real-life clients and customers, or prospects, I should say, as just this fake being. So you don't treat them like real people. This is someone's mother. This is someone's father. This is someone's grandparents, someone's kids. You think I wouldn't go whoop the fuck out of someone's ass if they had pulled some shady shit on my motherfucking grandparents or my daughter when she gets old enough to make decisions for herself, or my motherfucking wife? You think I ain't busted the fuck up in one of them little quick oil change places one time and told them motherfuckers to give me all my shit back because they lying through their teeth to my wife? Come on now. These are real people. Treat them like it. Treat them the way you want your kids, your parents, your spouses, your grandparents. Treat them that way. They're someone else's. Why do they deserve any less respect? Stop being a piece of shit salesperson that they want you to be so bad. People want you to be bad salesmen because then that gives them an excuse to back out of the fucking deal. Man, you look at my boy Ron Early, Sales God on Instagram, shout out. Like, we're always going back and forth with sales tactics. In fact, I'm actually reading his book right now, Closer. But anyways, we're always looking at opportunities to catch. And so I guess I'm contradicting myself, about the normal public wanting you to be a shitty salesperson or scammy or slimy, because that's the box you've been put in because of the positions and the previous salespeople that they've dealt with. But as far as sales staff or sales trainers or whatever, business owners, I love interacting with salespeople. I love seeing what they're like and how they treat us. And we all, once you get to some point, we've all walked away from deals that make sense for us. Just a salesperson we didn't trust. We didn't believe in the salesperson. We already before we walked in the door, we already believed in the product or service. We already knew that it fixed a pain point that we're looking for, and we already know that this is going to benefit us. We just ended up with a shitty salesperson that killed the fucking deal. We already came in. We wanted someone to close us. But the person tried treating us like we were a goddamn role play game, some sort of fake persona, some fake human, spitting some bullshit ass fucking read off a teleprompter bullshit. You've got to get people, again, this buzzwords, and I've said it a lot over the course of all my shit. People got to know, like, and trust you. You've got friends. You've met a stranger before that you've walked away being like, man, I feel like I've known that guy for my whole life. How did you do that? There wasn't a close on the line. You didn't come in with this mindset of, oh, I got to close, I got to close, I got to close. My manager's looking at me, or, oh, I got to close this deal because, I got to make payroll. You just had a real conversation with someone. Why don't you treat your prospects like that? Guarantee you have a much higher sales rate. And again, listen, I'm only talking to motherfuckers here that have a legitimate product that they actually believe in and they back in and they support. I'm not here to help no motherfuckers that are pulling some scammy bullshit, trying to get over on people, trying to use psychology to fuck someone over. Fuck you. This is for the real people that are out here pushing their products or service because they genuinely believe that it's going to help someone get closer to their goal versus further away from it. Anyways, I'm going to cut y'all loose here. I think I gave you a lot to think about. I want you guys to take this and apply it immediately. If you've got a team of salespeople, they need to hear this. Send them this link. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about the likes. I don't give a shit about the shares. I don't care about any comments. I'm doing this to help one fucking person. So if you think that one person is someone on your team, I want you to send it to them. Zack ROI Williams. This is the Return on Investment MF channel. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this at all, please check out these videos that are coming up next. I have an idea that you're going to like them.